The sudden spread of the coronavirus caused great panic, prompting Chinese officials to quickly stop its spread. In a report published by Business Insider, writer Lynette Lopez said that the virus has so far killed dozens and infected thousands across the country, as well as record cases of the virus in other countries, such as the United States. The report added that fluctuations emerging in China since the beginning of the year are very familiar, as the bubble economy, especially with regard to real estate markets, causes regular unrest within the markets. However, it seems that policymakers still have some control over things. They have acted to curb speculation in the real estate market while taking stimulus measures to support weak sectors of the economy during the trade war, but the spread of the coronavirus could dispel all these efforts. Impact on the Chinese economy. The writer emphasized that the impact of the spread of the virus on the Chinese economy will be significant, as it coincides with the celebration of the Chinese Lunar New Year, during which consumers were expected to spend a lot of money, and said that the longer the failure period to contain the spread of this virus, the more pressure will be placed on the economy. Analysts at the Société Générale bank that China's failure to limit the spread of the virus until next March may lead to reducing GDP growth during the first quarter to less than 6% that the Chinese government is trying to reach. They stress that the virus is the most serious blow to domestic consumption and tourism-related sectors across the country, given the weight that consumption has gained in the Chinese economy. According to them, we can see a slowdown in the growth of retail sales in the first quarter of the year by 0.5% to reach 7.2%, compared to the current expectations of 8%. For this reason, the possible repercussions of this consumer shock on overall growth may make the situation more difficult than it was in 2003, according to the report. Severe respiratory syndrome. For analysts, the Chinese economy has changed significantly since the last time the SARS virus spread in its old form, as the economy has become larger and consumption and debt have increased. Moreover, the economic policy guidelines laid out last month at the 2019 Central Economic Work Conference explain the details of China's plans to advance under these conditions while trying to maintain economic balance. The author pointed out that the basic plan is to maintain the flow of credit and make conditions more comfortable for private companies and small and medium-sized enterprises in particular. At the same time, policymakers focus on reforming zombie companies that live in a vicious circle of debt, most of which are large state-owned companies, and rid them of their addiction to credit. In order to ensure that the real estate markets are stable, policymakers have committed to stressing that real estate purchases should not be speculative. These plans, along with signs of improvement in the industrial and manufacturing sectors following the end of trade war pressures, have made many analysts predict that the Chinese economy will remain stable in the first half of 2020. Industrial production slowed. On the other hand, the spread of the coronavirus from Wuhan has caused skepticism about this speculation, as the city, the capital of Hubei province, is an important industrial center in China, contributing about 4% of the country's GDP. Isolation of the region may lead to a slowdown in industrial production, which recently returned to 6.6% last December, after it was 6.2% in the previous month. The writer indicated that the continued spread of this virus may force officials in executive positions to reduce credit conditions in all areas, and not only for small and medium-sized companies and private enterprises. Analysts pointed out that reducing the requirements of Chinese banks' reserves or reducing the interest rate is a possibility, but easing the credit may increase the size of the Chinese debt bubble and open the door to more speculation in the real estate market.